We're setting up to recover refrigerant in this vehicle because we have to service the AC compressor. I'm going to go step by step on how you connect the AC machine to it and recover refrigerant. First thing we need to do is find the service ports. There's 2 service ports on every R134 car. A high pressure service port and a low pressure service port. If we look around, here we can see the high pressure service port. It's got a red cap. I'm going to remove the cap. You're going to see the high pressure port and the low pressure port are different sizes, so you can't mix the lines up. Here's our low pressure port right here. It's smaller than the high pressure port. So we've identified our 2 ports. This port's dirty. That's an indication that we may have a refrigerant leak out of the Schrader valve, and the oil from the refrigerant system is letting the dirt cling to it. We're going to address this when we service the compressor. I'm going to wipe the dirt off because I don't want dirt or grit in my AC fittings. It'll be a potential leak between the fitting and the machine. After I've identified my 2 service points and cleaned them, next step is connecting the machine. I'm going to get the couplers out and I'll show you them. Alright, we've got our hoses that we're going to connect to our AC system. I want to show you how to properly use these fittings so you don't damage them. Okay, first of all, the coupler should be backed out. This should be screwed out all the way counterclockwise. You don't need to pull these things hard. Gently turn them. This is all the way in. And what that does is it moves this pintle down to open the system up to the coupler. When you're installing the coupler, you want to make sure that they're backed all the way out. There's an O-ring in here that's going to seal against this. That's one of the reasons that I wipe the dirt off so the dirt doesn't damage the O-ring. Now, this is quick release just like an airline on any of our tools is. We pull the coupler up, it's going to release these little balls so that the coupler will fit over the fitting. You want to make sure that you're pushing your coupler on square to the fitting, gently, all the way on. You'll feel the O-ring slide past. Once the coupler's on, it should not pull off. Then you're ready to turn the coupler in and open the system up to your AC machine. That's how to connect the low pressure fitting. The high pressure fitting is the same exact way. So we're going to connect the high pressure fitting, then we'll show you how to use this machine. Alright, we're looking at our Cooltech 34700Z. We're going to recover the refrigerant from this vehicle. First thing I notice is my high pressure and low pressure gauges should be the same pressure. The system's not on. 95 PSI. That tells me there's something in the system. How much, I don't know. Right now, inside of our machine ready to go is 4.5 pounds. I want to recover what's out of this vehicle first. I'm going to find the key that says recover. One thing I want to pay attention to is the height of the oil level on the side of the machine. I'll show you that later, but right now I'm just going to reference what the height is. It's at exactly 7 ounces. As the machine begins to recover refrigerant, there's a scale inside. It's measuring how much we've recovered. You're also going to see these gauges fall down as that refrigerant is pulled out. There's not going to be as much pressure in the system. We're going to take it all the way down to 0. After our machine has completed recovering refrigerant, it's going to drain the oil from that refrigerant charge. Here's the oil drain. It's important to take a look at where your oil is before you recover your refrigerant, and then take a look at where your oil level is after you've done recovery. In this case, we started at 7 ounces, and we're actually right on the 7.5 ounce mark. So in the process of recovering refrigerant from this vehicle,